Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Happy Easter, by the way. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a new piece of footage from Jurassic World Dominion that is looking awesome. Pretty much confirming the idea of dinosaur pit fighting that we've heard about for a while now, while also showing off some pretty cool ideas that people would more than likely absolutely be doing if all of this stuff was real. So a little while ago, we got this image of a juvenile Allosaurus in combat with a smaller Baryonyx. Now obviously, this still image is supposed to evoke a sort of Conan the Barbarian-esque pit fighting ring that human beings have been using for dinosaurs. I'm not so sure if all of them are specifically from Isla Nublar or if some of them were also taken from Sorna due to the fact that we know that island had a lot of animals taken from it long ago because, you know, Manticore has been taking dinosaurs from it in Camp Cretaceous. And who's to say that some of those species could still be roaming around somewhere within Dominion. Now, what's really cool about this specific shot is that it showcases a Baryonyx that has a missing arm. A lot of people thought that it was some sort of robotic attachment, but no, I think what actually happened here is that the young Baryonyx got its arm ripped off in an earlier duel. But he more than likely still won, which is why he survived to fight another day and has been equipped with some sort of small prosthetic application for future battles. By the way, this entire idea screams Warpath Jurassic Park, which was a big game for the PlayStation back in the day, so this is beyond cool for fans like me. Now there's also some other footage showing the demon Carnotaurus from the end of Fallen Kingdom getting up and meeting a fully grown Allosaur, while Owen Grady is desperately trying to evade the situation by putting up his hands. This is obviously an adaptation of some concept art from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom that was never really utilized, the idea being that Owen has found himself in probably the most dire of situations when it comes to dealing with giant animals. Obviously he knows that this whole hand technique thing isn't going to work on something that isn't a velociraptor, but man, at least he's like trying something. So from the looks of it, the dinosaurs probably start fighting each other rather than attacking a human, which makes sense, but it also leads to the big motorcycle chase that we saw go down in the trailer because both of these animals escape and start tearing up the small European city in this movie. Personally, I think this whole idea of dinosaur pit fighting and whatever else is going on during this portion of the film looks awesome, and it's an idea that I think could actually make for a really cool movie in general if they just focused on that. We've already seen animal trafficking films before, but a full-on plot involving dinosaur cage fighting is something that is not only right up Jurassic Park's alley, but something that I think would make for an interesting thematic direction to take a story in. You've got the animal abuse angle, you've got, you know, basically the dinosaur fights that Jurassic Park has loved to do ever since the end of the first film, and you've also got the idea of just chaos and what happens when these things get out. Everybody knows you can't have a Jurassic Park movie unless dinosaurs get out. So idea of pit fighting just sounds awesome to me. All in all, I think Dominion is shaping up to be even more wild than I'd anticipated, in a good way too, but I don't really know how much of these fights we're going to see in the film. You know, I'm gonna assume that the cage fighting stuff is only a very brief portion of the movie. In fact, we've probably seen everything there is in it already, and that it's all contained to this small area, but who knows, it could even involve animals like the Giga and T-Rex later on down the line. By the way, imagine how cool it would be for the filmmakers to reintroduce the Spinosaurus that way. You've got some illegal dinosaur pit fighting going on, and the new challenger gets revealed by just hearing that animal's roar off in the distance or something cool like that. I think that's a good way to like bring the Spinosaurus back into a movie. But who knows, maybe they do it some other way, or I don't know. But look, then if you do that, you could go deeper into the science of how these animals would really match up against one another as far as speed, bite force, dexterity, intelligence, and temperament are concerned. Even going as far as to make it accurate to the fossil record. But anyways, what actually is in this movie is definitely cool no matter how you cut it. Like I said, I think we're only going to be getting small parts of the film like this, but still, it is an insanely great idea. Owen Grady is just some guy and he's found himself like in the middle of two giant dinosaurs that are, I guess, being kept for pit fighting like we see the smaller ones. I mean, dude, it looks pretty wild. I guess he somehow gets to a motorcycle though. There's a lot of missing pieces here that we don't really know much about, but I mean, we can piece it together. I really hope they don't show off too much more of this movie, guys, because we know so much about it, and I'm not trying to get spoiled. That's why I haven't really been diving as deep as I usually do, because like, you know, when Fallen Kingdom came out, they showed the whole damn movie in the trailers, which definitely impacted people's opinions of it. So yeah, this stuff looks cool. I just don't want to have the whole thing spoiled for me. me. But anyways, I'm a big fan of what they've shown so far, and I'd love to hear what all of you guys think. What are your thoughts on dinosaur pit fighting in this movie, and do you think it could carry an entire film alongside the other messages of Jurassic Park, like family, the morals of, you know, actually having tradition versus progress and man versus nature? Do you think that stuff could make for its own unique story? I certainly do, but hey, whatever your own thoughts are on these scenes and my idea happen to be, I'd love to hear about them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens and InGen executives, as well as all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. You've all helped my channel immensely, and I'm incredibly grateful for all of that support. Now I'd like to thank you all for watching today's video and hope that you enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you all consider subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.